Chapter 9, Bambi and Thumper, Secret Agents Extraordinaire. Lou Jules Verne. Perched 125 meters above the ground on the Eiffel Tower with a magnificent view of the Champ de Mars, Edith gazed out the window with excitement. Here they would meet their contact, who would pass her a package with a set of clues in it. This was her first real operation, her chance to be more than the behind-the-scenes air-headed bimbo that everyone treated her like. Two smoking hot women, secret agents working for the world's most elite international agency. Here it was, she had reached the pinnacle of success in the world of law enforcement, and with danger lurking around every corner, she didn't have a clue of what she was doing. Perhaps I should order for the both of us, Edith. I speak French. You seem nervous. Tashi Monk, elite former investigator for the Nepalese Royal Navy's Elite Investigation Division. Edith glanced at her new partner, who seemed so comfortable in the role of super-secret agent on a desperate mission to save the world. From what, she wondered. For years, she had watched her father's movies, dreaming to be cast into the role of an international woman of mystery and intrigue, and now here she was. Just get me the fish and chips, Tashi girl. Red wine. Get the whole bottle. This is a 5-star French restaurant, Edith. Fish and chips are not on the menu. The waiter was a young man named Macario, according to his nameplate. 28, light brown hair and thin but mega handsome. Que puis-je servir à mesdames aujourd'hui? Tout à l'air si bon, tu es que vous recommandez? With a slight head bow, her sophisticated partner ordered something. Hopefully it wasn't frog legs or something gross. I've ordered cod and caviar for you, Edith. It was as close to fish and chips as they could get. White wine is the preferred beverage for seafood, so I ordered a Sauvignon Blanc, 78. What she needed was a beer. 2 beers. What the hell was she doing here? Playing second fiddle to the gorgeous super spy Tashi Monk, who she had never heard of. Then again, it's not like super spies advertise in Spies Weekly Gazette or hang out on Spy Space social media sites. She felt a bit jealous as her friend Tashi seemed to be getting all the looks. It's almost 2. I wonder when he's going to show up. It's 2:15 and we have already made the pickup. Look under your plate, Edith. It was a small envelope with a single index card inside. On the card, 3 addresses, one in Paris, one in Antwerp and the other in Berlin. A clock shop, a garage and a warehouse. No other information. What the hell was she supposed to do with that? Handing the card to Tashi, she hoped that her wiser and frankly prettier and younger companion could make sense out of the information. Are you aware that we are being watched by the CIA from 2 tables over, the male and the black-haired Asian female, the Russian GRU from the bar, and that the table by the wall has 2 assassins wanted by Interpol, Edith? Maybe you should turn your comlink and optical display on. I have been trying to warn you, and so has Tommy Davis from QE Mission Control. Suddenly she didn't feel so hungry. Do you think they noticed us? She whispered. It does seem so, Edith. Our presence has guided their choice of lunch venues. Do any of them have guns, Tashi? 2 Makarovs, a PPK, 2 Glocks with suppressors, and the lady over there waiting for you to go to the bathroom has a custom hypo-injector built into her handbag. The portions on the meal were a bit smaller than she would have liked, but as last meals went it was fairly good. Somehow the allure of danger and intrigue did not seem as alluring as her mind raced for a way out. Maybe, she thought, she really was an empty-headed blonde bimbo and that this was the director's way of getting rid of her. She wondered how many first missions ended up being the last. The dessert tray normally would look awesome, particularly as it was on the company quid, but somehow nothing appealed to her at the moment. Paying the check, she fought the urge to use the bathroom, as elegant as it surely would be. Standing, they began to walk out together before she was betrayed by a woman's worst enemy, her bladder. I have to pee. Apparently, guzzling 3/4 of a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc 78 had consequences. You do remember that you have a non-lethal Zat in your purse, don't you, Edith? She hadn't thought of that. Her range scores were great, but there was that whole thing about shooting a real person that she had never done. No doubt Susan Lay would take all of them out with a single shot, but this would be tricky. Somehow, giving out parking tickets didn't seem so bad all of a sudden. Buck up, she told herself. What would Jane Bond do? She wasn't alone in the bathroom. 5 stalls and 3 were empty. Choosing one, she started the process of emptying her bladder, placing her feet on the door to prevent casual intrusion and an assassin from seeing her feet under the stall door. That might buy her a few seconds, as the assassin would have to wait for her to be alone and might guess the wrong stall. By every measure, it was a very nice bathroom. If a girl had to die, this would be the place of choice. The sound of a toilet flushing and water running as someone washed their hands. The door opened, a few words in some sort of French or something. Not terribly unexpected, as Paris was in France, she thought. There was someone outside running water, probably to use the noise as cover. This is stupid, she thought. There she was, legs spread, having completed the task that she came in to do. Surely Tashi would have her back. Come to think of it. She had never seen her partner ever use a bathroom, not that she was interested in that sort of thing, of course. Come out wherever you are. If I have to come in there to find you, it will be unpleasant. Really? The voice was from that bleeding black-haired Japanese-looking Yank Sheila that Tash had identified as CIA. Where the hell was Tashi? And why were all the great female villains Asian, she wondered. Did they all know Kung Fu from birth or something? She was wearing her yellow Armani dress with the 3-inch heels. How do all the movie heroines fight in heels? They never cover that in self-defense class. She would kill for sneakers right now. She was glad now that she had gone with actual panties instead of the bum floss. It would be less embarrassing when they found her body. There are 4 empty stalls and 1 door shut. Don't make me come in there, sweetheart. I just want to talk, girl to girl. Just going to take a little bitty trip downstairs and out to the elevator. A panicked voice from a couple of stalls over in French told her that her stalker wasn't being quite honest with her. She hated a liar. Moving swiftly, she swung the door open as she pointed her zat toward the distracted bitch dealing with a struggling French girl trying to make it to the door. Poof, poof, poof. 3 shots, all hits. That would put the evil Asian Yank chick out for at least 15 minutes. Helping the younger lady to her feet, Edith got a hug from the girl. Merci, merci, merci. Set fall S8 demi-tour. Je vous remercie. That would have meant something had she remembered to turn her optical display and comlink on. It would have provided the translation and... God, I feel like a real wanker. Pressing the tiny button inside her right ear, she wondered why she hadn't remembered it before, like when Tashi told her to do it. As the display on her eye lit up, it identified the woman on the floor was Natasha Kamaya, CIA. Within seconds, Tashi and several French policemen were in the bathroom, placing Natasha under arrest. Her mind raced to come up with a lie that might get her out of this mess. Director Lay would be livid. She had fired a weapon at a person and now was about to be arrested in France. Maybe she would be taken to the Bastille. Did the French still put iron masks on prisoners? That wouldn't be good for the skin. Tashi smiled at her. Do you remember that you are a quantum enforcement agent and have Interpol identification, Edith? Show your badge to the nice Inspector Clement. Director Lay has already been in contact with the Paris police, and we are free to go.